Hello, everybody, once again, and welcome to my Week 6 picks in the NFL. Last week, we went 9-6. Let's delay no further and try and get this video to be about 10 minutes long this week. We're going to jump right into it to a game that's going to be very short in the description area here. We're going to be taking the Patriots to win this Thursday night football game. It's at home in New England. Danny Dimes going up there. It's not your fault, Daniel Jones. You're playing against the Patriots. I'm going to take the Patriots in this one, 35-17. We're going to go through that one quick. Panthers at the Buccaneers. This one's in London, early kickoff. And if we saw anything, anything can happen in London because the Raiders ended up winning last week. I'm going to take the Panthers in this game. They have a better running game. That translates better overseas, in my opinion. You can get jet lagged and the passing game can kind of falter. The Panthers also have been playing more sound on defense lately. Kyle Allen is playing to not lose games. Christian McCaffrey's being a beast. I'm going to take the Buccaneers in this one, 27-21. Redskins at the Dolphins. Someone's got to win this game, right? Someone's got to win this game. These are two teams that every week I've been like, oh, they're going to lose, and we move on. We're going to give them some respect this week. We're going to take the Washington Redskins to win this game. Interim head coach Bill Callahan is coming in. Super Bowl experienced coach there. Colt McCoy is a veteran quarterback. I have seen teams play unreal for interim head coaches before. I just don't believe Miami has that sense of urgency right now. They're still in a fire sale type mode. I think Washington comes in and beats them close. This will be a sneaky fun game to watch, either for the hilarity of how bad it will be or for the quality of play you see from people you've never heard of. So I'm going to take the Redskins to win this one, 20-14. Saints at the Jaguars. I'm going to take the Saints again. I'm going to keep rolling with Teddy Bridgewater and the Saints. Jacksonville got gashed last week on the ground, and that does not spell well for when you have to go against Alvin Kamara now, who is just about as good as McCaffrey, but not as good. And Teddy Bridgewater's been playing really well lately. He played incredibly well against Tampa last week. I think that they keep rolling in this one. Gardner Minshew is keeping them in games, which is very promising. I mean, the guy's a 6th-round pick rookie, isn't he? He might even be undrafted. I would have to go and research it. I'm pretty sure he's a 6th-round pick out of Washington State, though. He's playing incredible for him, and Leonard Fournette's been running really well. Jacksonville's is a cusp team. They are actually playing really well, but you're playing a Super Bowl contender this week, so I'm going to take that Super Bowl contender in the New Orleans Saints to win this particular game, 28-14. Bengals at the Ravens. The Ravens got a little bit of a scare last week. They didn't dominate the way that I thought they did. The Bengals almost they caused a scare against the Cardinals and almost ended up beating that team too. But let's be real here. The Ravens are not going to lose this game. Whether it's close, whether it's a blowout, it doesn't matter. The Bengals don't have the talent defensively or on their offensive line to hold on either side of the game. The Ravens are going to steamroll, I think. I think it's going to be exactly what I predicted last week with the Steelers, where Lamar Jackson runs all over him. He might throw a couple interceptions again, but the Steelers' defense is actually still really good. They have a lot of really talented players on that team still. The Bengals, not so much. They're experiencing some woes. So let's do 35-20. Ravens win this one at home. Seahawks at the Browns. Seattle is showing their grit. Seattle is a very dangerous and good team. They can run the ball. They can throw the ball. They can run with their quarterback if they want. They can do pretty much anything they want. Their pass rush is starting to get going. Jadeveon Clowney showed up a little bit more in that Thursday night football game, and they have a long rest going into this game at Cleveland. Cleveland got steamrolled. You don't have an offensive line, so you can't protect your quarterback and you can't run the ball. The 49ers are probably the worst team in the league to go against with that kind of an issue. The Seahawks might also be in there, in that conversation of worst teams to go against if you have a bad offensive line. I think Seattle's going to rip the hearts out of the Browns in this game. I think this is not going to be a good game, especially coming out. It's a short week coming off of a blowout on the other side of the country for the Browns. It's not a good situation for them one way or another. There's still a lot of drama coming out of Cleveland. This first half of the season is not fun for them. It's going to continue to not be fun as the Seahawks. This pains me. I think the Seahawks are going to put a 40 burger on them. I think it's going to be 42-13. I think they're going to absolutely steamroll. Eagles at the Vikings. This was another one that I changed my pick. I initially picked the Eagles. I'm going to take the Vikings. The only reason I'm taking the Vikings is in the regular season, the Minnesota Vikings have played against this team very, very well, especially last season. They beat them pretty bad last season too. I don't think it's going to be in the way that they beat them last year, though. It's going to be on the ground. It's going to be tough, hard-nosed football through and through. It's not going to be a fun game to watch if you like offensive explosions. It's going to be a defensive battle. I just think that the Minnesota Vikings are going to come out on top, whether that's making the last play on offense, which I don't think is going to be what happens. It's going to be preventing Philadelphia from being the team that comes back on offense and does great things. They struggled against the Jets offensively last week, which is not a good sign. Yeah, they put up a lot of points, but they struggled throughout that game. Frustrated Carson Wentz. I think the Vikings win this one by a slim margin, 20-17. It'll be a situation where the Eagles need to get a touchdown, and they don't get it. Texans at the Chiefs. The Chiefs laid a little bit of an egg on Sunday Night Football, and you got to bet that they're going to come out and be really, really angry and probably put up a lot of points. Meanwhile, Houston puts up 50 on Atlanta. I think they had a defensive touchdown in there, but they still put up 50. Like, 54 points is a lot of points to score. And again, I don't even think Miami has even scored 54 points this season. Like, that's a lot of points in one game. I think, though, I mean, it's at Arrowhead again. The fans are always going to back, the true fans in Kansas City are always going to back those Chiefs. This is going to be one of the most fun games, though. If you remember that Saints, what am I talking about? The Rams and Chiefs game from last year, that was a barn burner. It was so much fun. Great offensive game. I think we're going to see a replica of it, but not like, it's not going to be 45-54. It's going to be like 35-42, but I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs in that one, 42-35. Falcons at the Cardinals. I'm very proud of the Arizona Cardinals. I was incorrect with my assessment. The dinking and dunking and outside running game really helped them and actually propelled them to a win. They almost lost that game, but the key word there is almost. I mean, football's a game of inches, and a win is a win is a win is a win, and they won, but they won't win this week. This is a game that can get ugly really, really fast. I'm not sure if it will get ugly really, really fast. I actually think Arizona's going to hang for a while, mainly because they're actually better than I thought initially. Even in the losses they've lost by a lot, they've played really well in those games up to a certain point. So I actually think this is going to be 20-17, a really close game where Atlanta kind of just takes it at the very last second, but it'll be a promising win for Atlanta, who kind of needs some momentum because they've lost a couple in a row, but it will be good for Arizona too because they're still learning what kind of a team they are. 49ers at the Rams. I think this is going to be a really fun game. I like defensive football a little bit more than the next guy. Two incredible defenses going up in this one. If Nick Bosa plays like he played on Monday night in this game, oh man, we're going to have some really fun matchups. Him going against Andrew Whitworth. I'm going to take the Rams in this one solely because the zone coverage that the 49ers play on the back end that I was watching. And again, this might be skewed because they were winning for most of the game on Monday, but Richard Sherman was playing a lot of really soft zone coverages, and that team plays a lot of really soft zone coverages. The Rams have too much talent on receiver, or at receiver, pardon me, to not take advantage of that. And I still envision this to be a bunch of punches in the mouth, but home team's going to come out on top on this one. That's my gut feeling. This is like a 55-45 pick. It's really close to me, and I'm taking the home team just because I know that offense is explosive. But 49ers fans, you have a special team. That defense is something else. Let's take the Rams in this one's 17-14. Titans at the Broncos. I guess I just need to start giving up on teams more, then they'll start winning because the Broncos won after I threw the towel in. But I'm not picking them this week either. I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans in this game. Tennessee played a really tough game in Buffalo, and Buffalo's a really tough team to play. Denver's still a tough team to play, but Tennessee has a good enough running game and a stable enough quarterback to the point where he won't throw the ball to the other team that I think that they can come out on this one in a really boring, low-scoring game, 10-7. That being said, the Broncos took care of business, though, really showed that they can still win games with this core. It just sucks that you're in a division with the Kansas City Chiefs. So, 10-7, I'm taking the Titans. Cowboys at the Jets. From what I've read, Sam Darnold is coming back this week, but even Sam Darnold can't save this Jets team. They're not good. To me, that boils down to Adam Gase, who's shown he's not a good head coach in this league. But nonetheless, we still haven't seen the Jets at full strength since like the first quarter of week 1, because CJ Mosley's still out, I believe, as well. I could be wrong about that. The Cowboys, after losing, I think they've lost 3 in a row. They need a win, and they need one bad, and they're going to bully the Jets 38-17. Sam Darnold keeps it close early, but the Cowboys are going to open the floodgates. Sunday Night Football, the Steelers and the Chargers. I'm going to take the, I almost said San Diego. I'm going to take the Los Angeles Chargers to win this game. Coming off of a stinker of a game. They're gonna lay waste to the Steelers. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be a blowout. Maybe early it'll be close because the Steelers, like I said before, have a great defense, but I don't trust whatever quarterback's going to come in for the Steelers. Mason Rudolph took that huge hit. The rookie's coming in. I feel so bad. I don't remember his name. I know he went to Samford, but I don't remember. I think it's Hodges. I just don't trust him. You still have really good edge rushers for I almost said San Diego again, for Los Angeles, that are going to be coming off of the edge there, causing havoc, wreaking havoc. I see the Chargers winning this one 28-7. Monday Night Football. We might actually get a good Monday Night Football game here. And Lions at the Packers. I'm going to take the Packers. I have a really hard time picking against Aaron Rodgers. One against the Lions. I don't like picking against Aaron Rodgers against the Lions. That's not to say the Lions haven't beat them. But in prime time, I'm always going to take Aaron Rodgers just about. Unless they're playing New England, I'm pretty much always going to take them. I feel really bad because, again, Lions fans, I'm sorry. It's not your team. It's the teams you're playing. Though, coming off the bye, I would not be surprised if Detroit pulls this upset. I'm not entirely, sold on Green Bay winning this game. I just feel Green Bay, coming off of that Dallas win, rolling with momentum. Aaron Rodgers is taking control of that offense. Defense stepped up in the first half of that Dallas game. This could get ugly for the Lions if they don't jump on them early. So I'm going to take the Packers to win this game 24-23 in a really close game. Aaron Rodgers will win it at the end of the game. And thank you once again for tuning in to the Week 6 picks in the NFL. As I said in the beginning, we went 9-6 last week. So the record so far will be posted over on this side. And my Twitter will be on over here. Though, we're also on YouTube now. So please hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. And post in the comments below if you have a question or a video topic you possibly want me to cover in the future. Thank you very much for tuning in once again, and hope you have a great week.